Hi, I want to show you the process of creating a view analysis using Dynamo. So on the screen you have an analysis of the distance between an observer and a specified building. There is an urban context where families have been created to represent the buildings, and each building has its own name. And so in the Dynamo script I'm able to define what is the building I want to do the analysis, and Dynamo will create these point analysis displays based on the distance between the observer and the point it is visible from his eye view. So to get started, I'll show the script, and because I want to clean the values on this point analysis display, I'm going to close Dynamo. I'm just going to save this definition, and then I'm also going to close the file because I want to get rid of the point analysis display that's stored on virtual memory. So I open back the model, and this time I'm going to set up a different point of view. I'm going to move the observer in a location between the offices building and a building that I call the Rotunda. And so on Dynamo I'm going to open the definition, and this definition was built mostly with out-of-the-box nodes. The only one I used is the rhythm toggle, which enabled me to clean the graph values when there are changes in some of the inputs. And so when I switch this to false, it's going to clean all the values. If I change it to true, it's going to rerun the analysis from the beginning. And so the first step is to make sure that we set up the observer location. So I select that generic model location, which is it's just a circle and a line pointing upwards, and I set up the height of the observer. The second step is to create a distribution of the spherical points with an array of locations measured from a point above the observer to the horizontal, and I also define the angle around the observer where points are going to get located. So the idea of creating these spherical points is that enable me to create an array of vectors, and it is these vectors what enable me to create array bounds by origin analysis. And so with this node, what I'm doing, what Dynamo is doing, it's taking the vectors and look at where that vector hits and report what is the point where hit it by the ray, what is the element that the ray is intersecting with. There are a lot of these points that are going to come up empty because they are not hitting anything. And so with this list of nodes, what I'm doing is just getting rid of those rays that do not hit anything via counting them and using that as a mass boolean. If I need to rerun the graph again, like I say, I need to just change this to false, run the definition to clear the values, and take that back to true to rerun the analysis. And then the last few steps is select what is the list of the buildings I want to do the analysis. So in this case, in the last example, I just ran the analysis of the offices, and I used the name of the family to do this analysis. So I'm going to add another one. I'm going to call this I'm going to add the Rotunda, and I could add more. And so based on the names that family names that I add in this list, then I will be able to import the geometry into Dynamo just for visual quality. and I will be able to select the rays that hit those buildings. And the final step is just to create the point analysis display. The color of the points is going to be given by the distance between the observer and that point in the facade, and so that's based on this curve length. And the sample location are actually the points that are hitting those masses. And so I'm just going to run the definition again. And while it starts processing, I just want to say I only used the rhythm package, and I did the point analysis display. There's another choices available in Dynamo. One is the vector display, and the other is the surface analysis display. But I was only able to make a multi-phase analysis using the point analysis display. I tried many methods or many ways to try the surface to select multiple faces, and at this point it's not yet solved. So hopefully the development team can work on the face analysis display, because the quality of those graphics are going to be much nicer if we have the ability to select multiple surfaces and faces. All right, so I'm going to give it maybe another few seconds to finalize the analysis. And what I expect to see in the background, it's the list of the points that are hitting both the office and the rotunda. And you can see they are here. And the color is based on the distance from the observer. I'm going to turn around. And I got that beautiful color points on the face of the buildings. All right, if I need to rerun the definition, what I need to do is to change the toggles to false. This is going to clean the point analysis display, move the observer, and rerun the graph. Okay, hope this helps and you like it. Thank you.